Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. So we'll have to discuss or report the article 2.0 to 2.10, chapter 2, wiring and protection. And my partner is Ricky Gontinas. So article 2.0, use and identification of grounded conductors. So article 2.0.1.1, the article provides requirements for the following. So first, identification of terminals. And second, grounded conductors in premises wiring systems. Third, identification of grounded conductors. So Article 2.0.1.3, connection of the grounded system. Premises wiring shall not be electrically connected to a supply system unless the latter contains or the grounded conductors of the interior system. Corresponding conductors is the grounded. For the purpose of this section, electrically connected shall mean connected so be capable of carrying current, distinguished from connection through electromagnetic induction. So Article 2.0.1.6, means of identifying grounded conductors. So letter A, size of 14 mm squared or smaller, and insulated grounded conductors of 14 mm squared or smaller shall be identified by a continuous white or gray outer finish or by 3 continuous white stripes on the other hand green insulation along the entire length. Wires that have their outer covering finish to show a white or gray color but have colored tracer threads in the bead identifying the source of manufacture shall be considered as meeting provisions of a section. Insulated grounded conductors shall be permitted to be identified as follows. So first, the grounded conductors of the mineral insulation metal sheeted cable shall be identified at the time of installation by distinctive marking of a terminations. So second, a single conductor sunlight resistant outdoor rated cable. Use grounded conductors in a photovoltaic power systems of permitted by Article 6.90.4.1 shall be identified at the time of installation by distinctive white marking at all terminations. And the third is fixtures wire shall be comply with the requirements of grounded conductors identified as specified in 4.2.1.8. So the fourth is for aerial cable, the identification shall be as above or by means of a ridge located in the interior of the cable of identify it. So B, size larger than 14 mm squared and insulated grounded conductors larger than 14 mm squared shall be identified by one of the following means. So first, by continuous white or gray outer finish and the second is by 3 continuous white stripes along its entire length other than green insulations. Third is at the time of installations by the distinctive white or gray marking at its termination. This shall be encircle the conductors in insulation. So letter C, flexible cords. So flexible cords in insulation conductor are intended for use or grounded conductors were contained within a flexible cord shall be identified by a white or gray outer finish by methods permitted by Article 4.0.2.3. So letter D, grounded conductors of different systems. So where grounded conductors of the different systems are installed in the same raceways cable, box, auxiliary gutter or the type of enclosure, each grounded conductor shall be identified by system identification that distinguishes each system. Grounded conductor shall be permitted one following means. So first, one system grounded conductor shall have an outer covering conforming to Article 2.0.1.6 A or 2.0.1.6 B. So the second is the grounded conductors of the system shall have a different of covering conforming to Article 2.0.1.6 A or 2.0.1.6 B or by an outer covering of white or gray with a readily distinguishable colored stripes other than green running along the installation. So third is other different means of identification as follows. So Article 2.0.1.6 A or 2.0.1.6 B We distinguish each system grounded conductors. This means identification shall have permanently posted at each branch circuit panel board. So letter E, grounded conductors of multi-conductors cables. The installation grounded conductors of a multi-conductor cable shall be identified by a continuous white or gray outer finish by the 3 continuous white stripes or other than green insulation along the entire length. Multi-conductor of cable 22 mm squared or larger shall be permitted of employing external ridge or grounded conductor. And Article 2.0.1.7 use the installation of a white or gray color or white 3 continuous white stripes. So the following shall be used: only the grounded circuit conductors unless the otherwise permitted in Article 2.0.1.7b or C. So first, a conductor with a continuous white or gray covering. Second, a conductor with 3 continuous white stripes on the other than green insulation. So third, a marking of white or gray colored termination. B, circuits or less of 50 volts and a conductor of gray color by insulation of 3 continuous white stripes and having marking of white, gray or termination of a circuit less than 50 volts shall required be grounded only or required 2.50.2.1a. So circuits of the 50 volts or more. So Article 2.0.1.9 means identification of terminals. So the identification of terminals to the grounded conductors is to be connected shall be substantially white of color. Of the identification of the terminal shall be readily distinguishable different color. So Article 2.0.1.10 identification of terminals. So device terminals. All devices including panel boards provided the terminals of attachment of conductors and indeed no connection of more on one side of circuit shall be terminals properly marked for identification unless the electrical connection of a terminal intended to be connected to a grounded conductors is clearly evident. So receptacles, plugs and connectors. So receptacles, polarized attachment plugs and cord connectors as for plugs and polarized plugs shall be a terminal intended of connection to grounded conductors identified as follows. So first, identification shall be by metal or metal coating that is substantially white or colored by a word of the letter W located adjacent to the identified terminals. So second, if the terminal is not visible, the conductor in entrance all connection to the colored white or marked word with the letter W. So letter C, screw shells. Letter D, screw shell device with lids. Letter E, appliances. So Article 2.0.1.11 polarity of connections. No grounded conductor shall be attached to any terminal of leads so as a reserve of the designated polarity. So Article 2.10 branch circuits. So Article 2.10.1.1. So this article covers branch circuits except for a branch circuit a supply of motor loads which are covered into Article 4.30. Provisions of the Article 4.30 apply the branch circuits with combination loads. So other articles of specific purpose branch circuits shall be comply with article of also with the applicable provisions of other articles of the code. So provision of branch circuits supplying equipment listed of table 2.10.1.2 amend of the supplement of the provisions of article and shall apply to branch circuits therein. So 2.10.1.3 rating. So 2.10.1.4 multi-wire ground circuits. So A, general. B, device of equipment. C, line-to-line neutral loads. Multi-wire branch circuits shall supply only line to neutral loads. So Article 2.10.1.5 identification for branch circuits. So grounded conductors. The grounded conductors of the branch circuit shall be identified accordance with Article 2.0.1.6. Then B. Equipment grounding conductors. The equipment grounding conductors shall be identified accordance to Article 2.50.6.10. So C. Ungrounded conductors, where the premises wiring system of a circuit supplied from the more of the nominal voltage system. Each ungrounded conductors of a branch circuit will accessible shall identified by system. The means of identification shall be permitted to be a separate of color marking tape, tagging or other improved means, or shall be permanently posted at each branch circuit's panel board or similar branch circuit distributed equipment. So Article 2.10.1.6 branch circuit voltage limitation. The normal voltage of the circuits shall exceed the values of permitted of Article 2.10.1.6a and point E. So branch circuit voltage limitations. Occupancy limitation. 230 volts between conductors, 277 volts to ground, 600 volts between conductors, over 600 volts between conductors. And Article 2.10.1.7 branch circuits receptacle requirements. So A. Receptacle outlet location, multiple branch circuits. And Article 2.10.1.8 ground fault circuit interrupter protection for personnel. So A. Dwelling units. B. Other than dwelling units. C. Boat hoist. And Article 2.10.1.9 circuits derived from auto transformers. Branch circuit shall be derived from the auto transformer unless the circuit supplied has a grounded conductors that is electrically connected to the grounded conductors of a system supplied to auto transformer. Article 2.10.1.10 ungrounded conductors step from grounded systems. So 2 wires DC circuits and AC circuits of 2 or more ungrounded conductors shall be permitted to be tapped from ungrounded conductors of circuits that have a grounded neutral conductors. So switching device and each tap circuit shall have a pole in each ungrounded conductors. All poles of multiple switching device shall manually switch together where such switching devices also such disconnecting means are required by the following. So first, Article 4.10.8.2 for double pole switch lamp holders. So second, Article 4.10.10 2b for electric discharge lamp auxiliary equipment switching device. So third is Article 4.22.3.2b for an appliance. So 4 is 4.24.3.2 for a fixed electric space heating unit. So fifth is 4.30.7.5 for motor controller, and the sixth is Article 4.30.9.3 for a motor. So Article 2.10.1.11 branch circuits requires branch circuits for lighting and for appliances including motor operated appliances shall be provided to supply loads calculated in accordance of Article 2.20.2.1. In addition, branch circuits shall be provided for specific loads of not covered by Article 2.20.2.1 were required elsewhere is a code of the dwelling unit loads of specific in Article 2.10.1.11c. So number of branch circuits. Letter B, load evenly proportioned among branch circuits. Letter C, dwelling units. And Article 2.10.1.12 are arc fault circuit interrupter protection. So A, the definition. So arc fault circuit interrupter So letter B, dwelling unit bedrooms. So letter Article 2.10.1.8. So guest rooms and guest suites. So guest rooms and guest suites that are provided with permanent provisions for cooking skills have brand circuits and outlet installed to meet the rules of dwelling units. So,